Oh, do
Okay.
I need to hold up? You're good.
You guys all need to be in it? No.
I mean, no, it's fine.
Okay, so what we got for our lesson, this is our overview of what we think.
About
That's the
Dear
lesson.
Martin.
Dear Martin, chapter 10. Class is going to start. Mrs. Nagel is going to tell them to do 15 minutes of individual reading. Then she's going to have them do a brain break, we think. That's what
That the PE will do.
Yeah.
that the PE people are going to do. And then we think they go to lunch because it's during their lunch hour, we think.
It could be any time.
Anytime in the, yeah, somewhere.
We assume
Truly
it'll be
anyone's
there.
guess. Yeah.
Her communication is not
Should
been
we
very
start
clear.
with a 5-minute brain break to start the class? After lunch?
Yes, to let them focus back up into getting in.
I guess so.
So then we'll do the 5-minute brain break. Then they're going to do some more reading. We think that's with Ms. Nagel again. And then we're going to get to our part, which is the paragraph, which we're going to have them write individually as we go around and help them. I feel like that's the way we can get everybody involved,
Yeah.
teaching it, like
Yeah.
even you guys and all that.
Mhm.
And so the goals of the paragraph is going to be to have good structure. And Brianna's going to explain that once we introduce the paragraph, right? And what are you going to say?
This should be review for you guys, but we're gonna go over paragraphs. We're gonna go over the structure of paragraphs. So raise your hand, anyone. What's in a paragraph? Yes. Oh, topic sentence. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's write that on the board. The body. What's in the body? Yes. Great. That's great. The citations, everything. Blah 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 blah.
All right. And then you're going to talk about relationships through the text, right? And what are you going to say?
I'm just going to say, just make sure that you can touch on either your emotional response to what you read today or something that has happened in your life experience that really relates to what was happening in the text. And then also remind them that good sentence structure is the main thing, but that's the content of what the paragraph is going to have.
Awesome. Morgan, do you need to add anything that fits under the paragraph for your standards that needs to be reached?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Excellent.
Sounds good. And then I'm going to mention bias and talk about how we're reading Dear Martin and we're seeing how these people are playing a role in his bias, not expecting him to be smart. Going to have 10 Yale. They think he's a troublemaker just of the area that he comes from and the way he looks, and that's not how things should be. But we need to understand that bias is everywhere, even when we don't think it. You know, wicked witches, they're always women. There's never wicked wizards. That's another
Oh,
example.
damn. But
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
You never even thought about that, did you? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
Until Princess and the Frog, all Disney princesses were white. You know, there was always a bias like that. And so we're going to talk about that, and that's going to be included in the paragraph because you're going to write about Dear Martin chapter 10, right?
Yeah.
And so we're going to understand that, how we're the relationships,
Yeah.
and there's bias, and good sentence structure. And then if the time that she's allowing us is more than what she's saying, then we're going to have them get in groups, right, Brianna?
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the bias, the relationships, and how they wrote the paragraphs and what they included, and all of us will be able to go around and help them, or hopefully we have enough students in the